find a lover, so the bar is where I go. Me and my friends at the table doing shots, tripping fast, and then we talk slow. And you come over and start up a conversation with just me, and trust me, I'll give it a chance. Now take my hand, stop it, and the man on the jukebox, and then we start to dance. And now I'm singing like,
welcome to Godot and Janko Wednesdays at Lunch, Burger Edition. This week, Matthew and I went to Chez Nick in Westmount on Green Avenue, just below Sherbrooke Street.
True.
Matthew?
Yes.
You didn't know this place existed. It's pretty close to you.
Very close to me, and I love it when we go to places that
are close to you?
Real close,
Yeah.
yeah.
This place is so close that it is basically your neighborhood diner that you didn't even know existed. It's probably one of the closest diners you could go eat at. But Matthew, after eating there today, will it become your neighborhood diner? Is this a place you're going to go and have a sandwich, soup on a cold day?
You know, it's hard to say so early on. I mean, I can definitely see myself fitting in there, but, you know, it's not just up to me.
I suppose so. Like, you have to, if you go become a regular there, you have to get along well with the servers and staff and what have you.
Yeah.
I mean, while we were there, I saw a guy just stroll in, and they were like, "Oh, hey," and he just opened the cookie jar and grabbed a cookie. And I was thinking, like, wow, that's very familiar of you to do. Like, you're very comfortable here.
Well, those cookies were individually wrapped.
That's true. That's
and
true.
They were for purchase.
Yes.
And they were in view of the guests. They were very easily obtained.
Yes. Honestly, yeah, he didn't do anything wrong. I just thought, wow, he seems so comfortable here.
Yeah. I'd like to get to that stage.
Yeah.
Of comfortability. We'll see. It's there's a lot of time ahead.
I've noticed a lot of people using this word comfortability.
I feel like I just used it now and I wasn't sure if it was a word.
It's not.
Okay.
Comfort is the word.
How would you say it in that sentence, though?
Get to that level of comfort.
Get to that level of comfort, eh? You may have something there. That's
yeah.
It is a real word.
Matthew, I was a little sleepy today.
Yeah.
When we got to Chez Nick's in Westmount on Green Avenue, just south of Sherbrooke. Needed a coffee. I love a diner coffee. It was a good coffee, hit the spot.
Mm-hmm.
Matthew, you drink a different kind of warm drink for the opposite reason.
Oh, yeah. Sebastian, last week you were talking a lot about your breezer in infatuation. The bender you had been on, and I've been on a bender somewhat myself.
What have you been drinking?
A bender of Sleepy Time tea, celestial seasonings to be more exact.
So you have the box here.
Oh, yeah.
For me to look at, because you need to show me specifically how sleepy it could make you.
Sleepy enough to fall asleep sitting in your armchair in front of a fire.
The container for this tea has the most comfortable looking bear.
Oh, yeah.
Wearing like a nightgown and a little sleeping hat. What do you call that hat? A sleeping hat?
I think a nightcap.
Nightcap? Yeah, of course, a nightcap. And he's asleep in his chair. He's got a cup of tea beside him, some kind of cookies or something.
Some marmalade for sure.
Some marmalade, and he's fast asleep.
Yeah. If you flip it over to the side, you get a much, a widescreen version of that.
Yeah.
Where you see that it is evening. We got some plants up there. There's a little cat.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about interspecies ownership. But...
Yeah, that's weird. Why would a bear that has clothes still live in a world where a cat would still be his pet?
Yeah, it's confusing. But it's best not to dwell on these things. I think
I suppose so.
The point to take home here is he's just super comfortable. And it's a little dangerous having that fire. There's no safety guard put in place.
The fire could just spit out and burn his whole house down.
But the point is drinking these celestial seasonings. The sleepy. I was always skeptical about tea. It's hot water with a sack.
It's dirty hot water.
I always found it looked gross.
Yeah.
Especially when you have to deal with the dry tea sacks afterwards. You got to get them when they're wet. That's the only way
I
to do
disagree. I feel like when they're dry, they're so much easier to deal with.
At that point, they're like husks.
Yeah.
Little tea.
Crusty little buggers.
Horrible little husks. The only time I ever used tea was to make paper look older.
Oh, yes.
I used to have a whole setup. Stay in my bathtub. So I would just...
Wait, go, what were you using the bathtub for?
I would fill them with tea bags
Why?
to make like a brown water, like a sepia tone water.
Sure.
Yeah, just fill it up, and then I would take these large sheets of paper and just dip them in, hang them to dry, and I would a little business going.
Why wouldn't you just take a single tea bag and like rub it on the paper?
Well, that's how I started.
Oh, okay.
But I was like,
As the business grew.
There's a more efficient way to do this, and it involves a bathtub and
why not like a bucket?
Many
or
bags
something?
of tea.
How big are these pieces of
Oh,
paper?
they were big pieces. They've ranged from loose leaf, the regular 8.5 by 11 to large, poster sizes.
What are you making posters look old for?
I got into making old looking maps.
Oh,
I would dip them in the tea water, let them dry out for a few days, burn the edges, crack them up, and then I would use a fountain pen, ink
to draw the map
to draw it out, and very very wasteful of my time.
How so?
Took a long time to do
the map,
and nothing came of it. I made 5.
What happened to these maps?
I made 5. It took me about a week.
Yeah,
and then I mailed them off.
To whom?
Just random points in the Americas. No, I mailed them off to it was for the Lost season finale.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mailed them off to this place. They were having a big public viewing, and a bunch of the actors were going to be there. They were giving out prizes, and I was like, "Oh, send these out. You can give them out as prizes." I'm sure somebody would have liked it. They got lost in the mail.
Oh no!
Never knew what happened to them, but I wonder if someone has them now.
They're probably trash.
Probably.
You wasted a lot of time on trash.
I wasted so much time.
I'd take a map, though. I'll buy a map off you, Matt.
I'm out of the map business.
Yeah.
It destroyed the bathtub.
Yeah. Please explain that to me.
Well, I'm sure it's washed out now, but I mean...
It stained the bathtub?
Yeah, tea really stains the bathtub, and a brown stain in a bathtub is not a good look.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
So now you're using tea for its intended purpose.
Yes, now
consumption.
I'm on that train now, and you know what? I found that the sleepy time, this tranquil tea, kind of does start to knock you out. It makes your eyes burn a little bit.
Burn
in a good way, in a sleepy way.
Okay.
Like you see this bear, he's got burning eyes.
He's
shut.
got closed eyes. Yeah.
Yeah. But I feel like I've gotten too used to the tea's effect, and now I'm starting to double bag it.
Go on.
Putting 2 tea bags.
Okay. So you're just.
What else could double bagging mean?
Well, how many cups of tea would you say you've had that you're now resistant to its effects?
Been doing it for a couple months. Pretty
every
heavily
day?
For a couple. Oh yeah, every day. Now sometimes I'm doing 2 double tea bags.
Really?
Yeah.
You're having 4 tea bags.
Oh,
using 2 cups of coffee, 2 cups of tea, 4 tea bags, just to go to sleep.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm fighting to stay awake to have that second one.
So why are you having it?
Because I want to get to this level of comfort. This
that bear is so sleepy.
This celestial comfort. I don't know. It just looks so peaceful. He's living alone. It's like I wonder. Like I look at this picture. If anybody can grab the Sleepy Time tea box,
I'll take a picture and I'll tweet.
Yeah.
I'll Instagram it out.
Got a little radio. Wonder what's on there. Probably something real light and jazzy.
Some Kenny G or something.
Yeah, and this does kind of look like a little chalet, a little cottage. So there's probably not a lot of noise outside. Probably just the sound of crickets.
Yeah, it's night out. You can see through the window.
See all the stars. It's a very blue evening. I just feel like this is the perfect life.
So Matthew, when we got to Chez Nick today, what were your first impressions of the restaurant?
Well, I thought they were closing.
It did kind of look that way. They had a bunch of chairs up in the back.
Yeah.
And
they said we could sit anywhere.
Yeah, there were no customers, so I wasn't sure if they were still open or maybe they closed between lunch and dinner. But
Yeah.
I believe that they have pretty early hours. I want to say like they close for the day at like 8 p.m., except like on weekends where they close at like 6.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to have to change their hours if they want to become my diner.
Yeah.
Because my diner is 24/7.
Well, okay. Well, yeah.
Even longer on holidays.
That one day a year where there's the hour change, it's 25 hours.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I want to get to the point where I'm there alone on a Christmas Eve, and
Why do you want to get to that point?
it's a scenario I want to play out, and I guess they couldn't be 24/7 at that point, but I'd want them to be open, and I'm there, and I'm just sitting there alone on Christmas Eve. They're starting to close the lights, washing the tables. Everyone's gone home. There's one person left, and they say, "Hey, we're closing up." But they know me so well that they just give me the keys and say, "Close up when you're done."
But what are you doing? Done what?
Just sitting there drinking my teas.
Okay, drinking your
Christmas
sleepy
Eve.
teas.
Yeah, I don't know.
Why? Now I'm just imagining you're going to the diner. You're bringing your box of tea with you, and you're like, just hot water.
He doesn't even buy anything.
He hasn't spent a dime here in years.
He
just comes here, has tea, and falls asleep.
I think he's trying to kill himself.
With tea.
Celestial Seasonings isn't going to do it, but he's up to 5 bags now. Can't even wash the mugs after.
Oh. Oh, Matthew. So they weren't closing.
No.
It did seem like it was pretty much the end of their day, though. It's a nice little diner.
Yeah.
Plenty of booths, seats. You had a bit of an issue with some of the booths because
some of the booths, all of the booths,
all
probably.
the booths,
I
yeah.
didn't try them all out, but for sure they're all the same dimensions.
The table's a little narrow, and our knees were touching.
Yeah.
Not that big of an issue.
Just clacking our knees together like it's no thing. And it was a thing. It was a big thing. I get
For
very
you, it was.
claustrophobic.
At a certain point near the end of the meal, my knee touched your knee, and I was just too lazy to move. And you were like, well, I'm going to move my knee then.
I was getting real fidgety.
Yeah.
I was like, maybe I should just sit at a different table. We can talk. There's nobody else.
That's true.
around.
That's true. But as we were there, more people made their way into the diner.
Yeah.
There were seats at the bar as well. That weren't super high, which I liked. They looked like they were basically still chair level. I like that about it.
You like chair level stools?
Yeah.
Defeats the purpose. I feel of a stool.
Well, it wasn't. I mean, it had a back. It was basically a chair.
Oh, you know what? I like.
What's the
stools with
line
backs.
between chair and stool?
I feel like I think if you can move. No, that doesn't.
What do you mean move? Where are you moving? You're on a chair.
I'm thinking if you could move a stool, then it becomes a chair. But you can. I have stools you can move, so that doesn't make sense.
You mean like if it's fastened into the floor?
Yeah, if it's
Okay.
part of the structure.
Mm-hmm.
It's
a load-bearing stool. Like,
yeah, I guess that. Don't get up.
yeah. Okay.
You're holding this place together. I don't know exactly, but you had an issue. I think you said they were a little too far away, but you never sat in them. So.
I didn't try. It just looked like they were too far away. Like you'd have to really lean to eat.
Well, I'll let you know.
Yeah. Okay. once it becomes your regular place.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to. I'm not being good at it, but I'm trying to have better posture. I went to a spa last week, Scandinavian spa.
For your birthday?
No,
pre-birthday spa day?
Yeah, it was like my back was sore, so I figured I'd go for a massage, and I was like, I'll spa it up at the same time. Get a schwitz. It's been a while. I haven't gone for a good schwitz.
I don't know what that is.
It's just sweating out.
You don't have to go I guess you do.
You go to some kind of sauna for a good schwitz. I mean, because I could like walk up a hill or something and get all hot and sweaty, but that's not the same as a schwitz. I want to just sit and schwitz.
We're going to have to bleep this out.
Yeah, when I went to the sauna, went in the like hot sauna,
Yes.
hot dry sauna room. I had a good schwitz there. Got in a little cold bath pool and went, oh, this is intense. Got out, went to a steamy schwitz room. And just kept doing this sort of cycle with some like hot baths in between.
Sounds like a good way to get a cold.
See, why do you say that, Matthew?
I don't know. I mean, it's always what I've been. It's how storms are caused. El Nino. Rapid weather changes, hurricanes.
But I'm not a weather pattern.
If you see,
I never will be.
I guess so. But I just feel like it's part of rapid changes in temperature aren't good for the human body, are they?